as many shots.
All right, I'm interrupting you there, but we are being told that the Prime Minister is there at the expo site, at the India AI Summit, Impact Summit expo site. That's the Prime Minister with, I think, Dr. Pratyush Kumar of Sarvam AI, trying to understand what it's all about, the kind of models it's developing. It's been tasked to come up with India's sovereign indigenous large language model, and that's what the PM is learning about, because a lot of big announcements on that front are expected in the course of these 5 days itself, where Sarvam is concerned, its efforts are concerned. It's a whole cohort really of Indian startups that is working on these frontline artificial intelligence capabilities to come up with sovereign indigenous models, and Sarvam is part of that process, and that's what there's Bharat Gen again you can see that's another of those endeavors which is looking to come up with those models that are believed to be sacrosanct, that show the AI. All these people had interacted in the past with the PM as well. There's Gyani AI, you can see these all are startups, essentially AI startups that India has, which have been in fact nurtured by the government as well, by the entire ecosystem, to do frontline stuff where artificial intelligence is concerned. If you talk about what Shodh is doing, it's trying to use AI, and in fact very soon it will have sodium-ion batteries as well coming up, industry ready, through a process of using AI to come up with new materials, alternatives to even rare earths, which are well, a monopoly right now where China is concerned. So if we want to make progress in a lot of frontline technology spheres where chips are concerned, you need those materials which are right now restricted in a way, and that is something that India is trying to, the monopoly that India is trying to break. It's a big part of that process, and similar startups is what Prime Minister Modi is looking at where this expo is concerned.
I was also looking at Myco, which is playing chess. I think that has also available in shops for children to learn chess. But clearly all these models which India is pioneering, these are going to be models that will be available to the global south. And you know, and because one presumes that India is going to be cost efficient, then hence the global south looks at India as a probable, as a potential you know, source of this kind of technology.
In fact, a lot of what Prime Minister is looking at is in the field of robotics as well. Adverb there, and even before that, when the Prime Minister was looking at another example of a startup which was working with a robot to move pieces on a chessboard.
Right.
That is something that robotics integration with AI is also something that is rapidly developing now. And Professor Datta, perhaps you can tell us about it. There's Badwani AI as well. It's a non-profit that is using data about infants to help healthcare workers to come up with prescriptive solutions where low-income communities are concerned.
Yes, this is an interesting thing where technology is intervening those sections of the society where, you know, maybe they do not have access to that kind of technology, or they cannot afford that. So this is indeed a very novel and a very appreciated effort by this you know, this initiative, where I guess they are really looking into the most the pressing needs of medical assistances, that is leveraged using the AI models. And I'm sure, you know, with more data and more training available that comes through, they are going to make big intervention in a big way, especially for the tier 2, tier 3 cities and the small villages where they may not have access to the real experts.
So the expo is a sprawling